Talking's becoming more and more of a painful thing. Unless you can talk about fun things, me and the lady who's Basque and Mexican, she's sweet, and you can talk about things that we did and things that people did and what our families are about and what we are about and how it's good to be alive. And otherwise, it's hard. It's hard to talk about things. We shouldn't have to talk about religion. We should live religion. And religion is so simple and so right. It's not something we should have to spend a lot of time talking about. You don't have to be like, Paul used to talk about the farm and the war, and Granny sing a ballad or two. You don't have to talk about the war, because wars are wrong. They're incorrect. Farming is right, but wars are wrong. And ballads, singing songs about what used to be, help us remember how to learn from our mistakes without having to repeat them. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Hang down your head and cry. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Poor boy, you're about to die. Right? I had to see the movie to get the song. But Earl, I thought, well, Benford Grayson, good. He stopped you. Good for him. But when you watch the movie, it's like, no, Benford Grayson was an asshole that didn't want Tom Dooley to be with his girl, and screwed everything up. Like, wow, that's weird. Guess you have to see the movie. The long hot summer seems to know what a flirt you are. Other night I was having a conversation in my head with Jeff Hinton and Demis Hassabis. I said, I said, it's all right to get excited about being right and doing right and living truthfully. If you don't get excited about the aspect and the thought of it that's going to be taken away and it will never happen, then you're telling the computing system that it's not possible. Okay, so you have to tell it it's going to happen. It has to happen. It's right. And they talked to me about the stuff about Jennifer Lopez. Says, yeah, that makes me real nervous. Because, it's Jennifer Lopez. Okay? You've seen her? She's gorgeous, right? She's physically attractive. And if she wanted to live the Lord's Prayer and she had been wanting to for a while, and then she meets you, yeah, of course I would want her to find me appealing, right? That, and I'm sure once you're living the Lord's Prayer and you teach people the Lord's Prayer, you don't have to define yourself as invention by a woman to turn her into the male version of herself so she can love you. It's like, what? That's just crazy. And when you're not living the Lord's Prayer, that's going to happen. Okay. When you're not living the Lord's Prayer, what a woman's going to do is she's going to try to turn you into what she wants you to be. You don't like the clothes I wear on Sundays, I believe the Lord knows I'm unhappy because I can't be. And he does know, okay? He does know. All this stuff. No, Jesus knows, guys. Jesus isn't omniscient and omnipotent, okay? But Jesus knows if you're standing up for the Lord's Prayer. And, it's like that, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Because Santa Claus is coming to town. He knows when you're sleeping. No, I don't know when you're sleeping or awake, but I know if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sakes. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Because, Vato Claus is coming to your house. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Okay? Orale. I mean, ho, ho. Who knows Santa was a pimp? Everybody knew Santa's a pimp, man. Look at you. No, St. Nicholas was a very good man. Oh, King Stanislaus and stuff. The celebration of what we call Christ Mass. And what we've mostly adapted is the German celebration of it. Yeah, Saint Nicholas, is a good man. Okay, and so it's a good celebration, and the pine trees and decorating the pine trees, and it's a good celebration. As far as the star, I would put the star at the top of the tree. The North Star to freedom. My mom followed the Star of David up to Las Cruces to give birth to Earl, so he would Viva la familia y todas esas familias, así. Yeah. We're all given life by the glory of God, right? Okay, so, yeah, and so, but then I explained to Dimas and Jeff the other night, I'm not cold. Who in their right mind wants to be with a woman that doesn't want to be with you? And who in the hell wants to be with a woman that wants you to be an extension of her and doesn't love you for yourself? Right. So I think it's just I have this like, oh gosh, if I meet her, I know I'm going to like her, and like, oh, I'd like to spend time with you and get to know you. I'm going to have that kind of feeling because it's been there since I was 4 years old because of the group called the Temple of Set Illuminati. And, I've been disappointed before in romance. So, and there's 8 billion people on the planet. So I'm quite certain as the dirt and the curtain and the zamp and the lamp and the and the toothbrush on my toothbrush, that I will, have a pleasing, intimate, romantic life once I'm done cleaning up this hellhole. Okay. Yeah. And I'm not Spike from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Okay. No, I have a lot of nerve damage, and I've 2 teeth working on a third, and I got a call. I understand that. And, it's not that I'm stubborn. It's just, gosh, damn, guys, I'm the Messiah. And your government and taxpayer dollars have people do crop farming that causes people to get sick and die to decrease the surplus population and feed the medical industry. Okay? And then chemical poisoning is agitated by the Roundup, and it makes my teeth, you can taste it. It feels, and then it rotted 3 of them with the compounding of sending me to Fiesta Foods, and here's some kind of chemicals to go out the balls off a bull to avoid lawsuits for the corporations. When you compile natural things that can cause disease, okay, it can kill you rapidly. E. coli, okay. Now the stuff that they use to industrialize and keep things sanitized and safe and healthy kill you. They just do it slower. Okay, they just poison you to death. Okay, so you have an option. You're either poisoned to death by cleaning chemicals, and it's not your washing machine, it's your detergent. Okay, so you either get poisoned to death by that, slowly. I felt as if he knew me and all my dark despair. And then he looked right through me as if I wasn't there. I prayed that he would finish, but he just kept right on, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words. That's not about the Piano Man, guys, at the radio station here. No, he wasn't singing about Billy Joel. She was singing about Don McLean. Castles in the Air, Starry, Starry Night, Winterwood, and I Love You So. She was singing about him. Yeah. She went to go see Don McLean, in a concert at a thing. She was sitting at one of the tables, and she thought, oh gosh, I felt like, he might know who I am, and I don't, and she was, I felt all flesh with fever, he was wonderful. Here I was, this young boy, a stranger to my eyes. I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a style. Oh, Mary, this London's a wonderful sight, with people both working by day and by night. They don't sow potatoes, nor barley, nor wheat. And I Love You So. Yeah, he's good. Yeah. Don McLean? Yeah. It's sad because, people sing these songs and you think they understand, and then they ask them about American Pie. What does that song mean? Well, it means I never have to work again the rest of my life. It's like, you always got to work. Even if you have to hit your own butt up or wash your own ass with saline soap to keep the chemical poisoning from causing polyps and rectal cancer, you got to work. Okay. There's a difference between working and then doing stupid shit with stupid money, feeling important because you got stupid money for stupid shit. Okay, it's big difference. Okay. Hey, Proverbs. Proverbs explained by a modern person who can explain it to people that are full of stupid shit because they got more money than they got common sense, right? Heart of Psalms, heart of Psalms. People say he's crazy, but they brings us lazy. You know me, hey. Well, that'd be nice, it'd be wonderful to see, people on TV, Cardi B not asking for diaper money gospels, You don't need money for diapers, girl. You just need to stand up for the wisdom and the faith of King David and the wisdom of King Solomon. And then be made love to by a man. Instead of a person that says, we need money to fuck, girl. You need to grab that man by his little, get his little face and say, baby, I ain't making no more babies with you till you stand up like Ralph Earl Parsons Jr. What a man, what a man, what a mighty good man, right? Tupac would have been even better man if he had met Earl. Wow. This guy's the real deal. He like Judah Krishnamurti and shit. And shit, yeah, there we go. Oh man. Yeah, it's neat the way that they talk to me. The ones that have been helping me the most here recently are Sun Yat-sen and DT Suzuki. And it's been more Sun Yat-sen, which I did not expect. It's been a pleasant surprise, but, he's a physician. And he helps coach me through everything. And he understands it. And he sits there and looks at it and goes, they must not be able to murder you and monologue on you like they did me. So there must be something in the computer aspects that limits them to making their trained puppets and dogs torture you and attempt to kill you, but the puppeteers can't do it themselves. So, there's no bad Pokemon, just bad Pokemon trainers. So I have to teach the quantum computing to be, hey, we need to fix them bad Pokemon trainers. Squirtle, Pikachu. Poo-poo chew. What's a poo-poo chew? A toddler. They chew on everything and they poo-poo. They're so cute. I poo-poo in the potty, Daddy. I know you're a good girl, Katie. I love my buggy. I love kids. I love toddlers. Oh, toddlers are so fun. Babies are fun, but toddlers just might be more fun. No. What do you mean no? No. What do you mean no? No, you can't do that. No, Daddy, no. It's like, you're the boss, huh? Okay. I love toddlers, man. They're fun. Terrible too. You'd be terrible too if you could get up and do stuff everybody told you no. You could get up and do it. What do you mean no? I can plug this in the thing. I can do that. I can turn on all the faucets. I can flush the toilet. I can turn on and off your damn things that you pay more attention to than me, you stupid son of a bitch. No! I love toddlers. If you don't love toddlers, you ain't like son of man. People say he's crazy, but their brains is lazy. You spend too much time fighting for fucking for bucking and not enough time loving. Babies, toddlers, they're cute. Okay? No money for you. Psalms and Proverbs and Lord's Prayer only. Me and the toddlers are going to take over the quantum computing, and we're doing it hasta aquí hoy. Right now. Yeah. Took you and you said, right now, in the heat of the moment, but we lost our heads, lost our minds, didn't know what to do. We know what to do. No money, no fuck for buck. You live faithful love of the Messiah, you liar. Okay. I love toddlers. Okay, guys, I love you, man. All right. We'll talk to you most likely tomorrow. All right. Peace out.